So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, I think we can expect to see more than a few moments of individual brilliance with Neymar on the pitch, Peter. He's got such a silky touch, he can ghost past defenders, and he can pass and shoot with the very best. If you're looking for someone to take your breath away, this is the guy for me.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there. Koundé ventures forward. Now it's Mbappe, looking for the run. Rice in acres of space out wide. That has been knocked away. Takes a shot! Sharp and fitting, but not quite.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
Thinks one through. Played back towards his own goal. And it's Rice. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped. A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Some good work on the right flank here. Spread it left.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Oh, that's nice. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Mendes got a long way forward to join the attack. Mbappe! Oh, that is outstanding! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And we have liftoff! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Paris have taken the lead.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Can he finish? That's another chance. Koundé gets it clear. That is good progress on the left. And he's taking no chances there. Oh, he's having a go!
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Mbappe. Right. Tries a shot! And that's in! And once more we are all square. You score, we score!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Bahia restore Paris. Shot a goal! And that is doing no harm at all. Oh, that's a key interception. Neymar, Osimhen. Osimhen showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Searching pass he's played there. P.M.E, that has not gone well. Nicely shaped ball.
it's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And here's Mbappe. Oh, super find. Chance! Caicedo. Now he's got space here. Koundé spots it and intercepts. Back towards the middle. Osimhen. And he cuts out the supply. Just past the 40th minute mark. Mbappe given the lift of his goal. Verbruggen claims comfortable. Now that's well seen too. Now that looks a decent ball. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Pedri. And Guehi. Pedri.
Temps additionnel, 1 minute.
That's good running with the ball. Tries to play it through. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So we reach the halfway point.
Well, I think it's been a fantastic watch, with chances created at either end. But it has to be said, neither team have been particularly clinical with their finishing.
But it has been tight, it's been competitive. Each side with one significant moment, and at half-time the score is 1-1.
Chers spectateurs, voici venu le moment de notre grande tombola. Veuillez vous munir des billets qui vous ont été remis avant d'accéder aux tribunes. Changement. Le numéro 10. Le numéro 24.
The second half then, just getting going.
Le numéro 27. Le numéro 13.
And it's Pedri. Paris, different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Mbappe. Rafa Silva. Rafa Silva makes a dash for it. And he's quick to return it. Rice. Oh, nicely intercepted. And he's straight offside. Guehi, Koundé, DiMarco. That's travelling a long way. Guehi makes the interception. And here's Osimhen. Tchouaméni. Rafa Silva. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. DiMarco. Rodri. Passing is crisp and sharp. That's an imaginative pass. Ambitious ball here. And this is Neymar. DiMarco.
Such good technique.
That is a brilliant interception. That's a foul, no two ways about it. Paris, perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. And here's Rafa Silva. Rafa Silva going face-to-face with his great rival.
Now then, clash of the egos.
And it's Camavinga. Good, he's had a shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Changement.
It might not be such a bad idea playing this short and into feet.
Yeah, they've got to find a way around this huge height disadvantage. Rafa Silva with the short one. Delivery from Mbappe. Koundé gets it away. Rodri getting this one clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Mendes calmly anticipates. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Rafa Silva looking in every way a marked man at the moment.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Camavinga. He's found a way past. And he's decided to go for it. And he has kept it out somehow.
Camavinga is offering a wry smile there.
Shifted upfield. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Barella. That's going wide left. DiMarco. Well timed, excellent interception. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Nuno Mendes. Paris desperately searching for the winner here. And it's Pedri. Looking tidy in possession here.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
That's been cut out, well played. Rodri did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. That is ended up in no man's land. Chance here to counter. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
The ball is loose and the chase is on.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see...
He's had a shot! Loose ball now and there's a chase on. Oh, he's been caught napping! And it's Caicedo. Nice bit of skill and he's away. Camavinga.
Temps additionnel, 1 minute.
Oh, a delicate chip through. Haaland! And needless to say, that deserved better. And that is the last of the action. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end, not for the want of desire, drive or determination. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, this team has a great engine room in the shape of this guy, P.M.E. The Frenchman being a robust, relentless pressing machine who also excels in ball retention and recycling. I noticed he's surprisingly good at progressing play when on the ball too. Keep watching him.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Done delicately. That's beautifully weighted. Lovely feet. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And he shoots! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Played into space. Neatly clipped into space. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Araujo. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Paris clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
De Jong. Brilliantly cut out. Nice control. Has to go back here. I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Pedri. Nuno Mendes. Threads one in. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. Well, this may not be the kindest angle for a direct hit.
Yeah, plenty of jostling in that box. They just need a good delivery.
And that was nowhere near his best. Now he's off and running. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Bremer calmly anticipates. Half an hour played now. It's a searching pass. And that was very necessary. Over to the other side. Araujo. Bremer. Rice did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. P.M.E. Great vision. Takes a shot! Goal! Paris! And it's Paris who take the lead. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Paris have fired themselves in front.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
And it's De Jong. Pinches it off him. Osimhen running with the ball.
Paris really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Defending was strong and firm. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. He's gone direct. Paris with the corner, they're first. They've played it short. And now they can spring out of defence.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Nuno Mendes. Passing is crisp and sharp. And that brings the first half to a close. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. So your views on the first half?
Well, I think it's a case of so far, so good. The boss has clearly done his homework, and I don't think he needs to change much during the break. Now they've got the lead, they can expect more of the same in the second half.
Paris can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break.
Senhoras e senhores, vamos dar os parabéns ao sócio-torcedor que comemora seu aniversário hoje. Substituição no time do Bahia. Camisa 19.
So we're underway for the second half.
Vai ser substituído pelo jogador
Paris currently ahead by the smallest of margins.
Neymar. Substituição
Osimhen with a definite foul there. Paris come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
He's picked his way through. De Jong. And here's Mbappe! Oh, quite a hit and quite a touch too.
Mbappe certainly made the right decision there to hit it first time. I had the feeling he might try it the way the ball arrived.
Oh, now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change.
Well, this could be a bit of a nightmare scenario for the defence, as you're going to be facing a very willing runner now, especially one that likes to make those runs beyond the defensive line.
Now, can he find a finish? And the shot! It's loose. Oh, it's fallen loose again! And they've got rid. Caicedo. Neymar. And it's Rice. Neymar. Chance! Oh, it's hit the post! Pedri. Dembele being given no time to dwell on the ball here.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Can he get on the end of this? Real chance! Tchouameni. So what can they make of this? Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. Oh, it's Dembele. Quarter of an hour into the second half. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Yeah, he's fouled him there. And he's going to have his name taken.
Substituição no time do Bahia.
So we have movement on both benches.
Camisa 41, camisa 16.
And he's there to belt it away. Oh, easy pickings there.
Camisa 10.
No, he's just misjudged that one.
Teremos uma substituição.
Paris are looking to break at pace. Neymar. And it's Ødegaard. Haaland. Well read. And the danger is averted.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
That's really well manoeuvred. Neymar. That's an imaginative pass. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get on the front foot and grab another. Just try to make this one safe.
Almada. And here's Haaland. Paris still have the cards to affect this game. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. He is through here. Into the last quarter of an hour. Haaland gets into a good position.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Substituição.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Paris leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. 1-0 the score. And here's Ferran Torres. And that is expertly dealt with. De Jong. And now the breakaway. Dembele picks it up out wide. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And they're quick. It's Dembele! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Yeah, but you only need to look across to the sideline to see what one makes of that, Peter.
1-0 as we head towards the end. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy.
Paris are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way-through zone.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And that's a good-looking ball. That has been cut short. Challenge just a bit on the firm side.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
2 minutes to be added on. And that's it. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, it may be smiles all round, Peter, but it's a game that's given the boss some food for thought. Good result, yes, but they really could have done with making life easier. All it would have needed was just to take another chance or two.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both...